All right, great. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, Let me welcome you to the Penn Engineering Ph.D. online open house, where we will outline the Penn Engineering offerings and resources, as well as go through the admissions process and requirements and give you the opportunity to speak with the academic programs. We're recording this webinar and it will be on our YouTube page in the next few weeks, so no need to worry about taking notes or missing anything. You can also see our past webinars while you're there. Today I'm joined by my colleagues across the university. We will begin with a short presentation by our admissions team, including myself. My name is Jacqueline Aldworth and I'm the PhD admissions manager, followed by the Office of Academic Services, International Student and Scholar Services, and lastly, breakout into rooms where you can speak with our doctoral program representatives. Please hold all questions until the breakout room portion of the program. Again, we're going to ask that you please hold all of your questions until the breakout room portion of the program. The 6 doctoral programs we offer here at the School of Engineering are Bioengineering, Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, Computer and Information Science, Electrical and Systems Engineering, Material Science and Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Applied Mechanics. Now I'm going to hand the program over to the Senior Associate Dean for Education and Global Initiatives, Dean Liu.
Thank you. It's so wonderful to see everyone here today. I'm Boon Thau Liu. I'm the Senior Associate Dean for Penn Engineering, and I'm thrilled to welcome you today as you consider pursuing your PhD with us. Penn Engineering is entering one of the most exciting periods in its history. We just launched our new Penn Engineering 2030 strategic plan, which is a bold roadmap to accelerate impact, foster innovation, and strengthen our community. It's built around the idea that engineering sits at the heart of solving humanity's greatest challenges, from human health and sustainability to AI and trustworthy technologies. Now, over the last few years, our school has grown tremendously. We have expanded our faculty and staff by 20%, student enrollment by 40%, and research productivity by more than a third. We have opened new facilities, including the stunning Amy Gutman Hall, which is Penn's new home for AI and data science. It's an inspiring space where our students and faculty are already working together on everything from machine learning and robotics to next generation computing and biomedical innovation. Now, our goal looking ahead is clear: to prepare our students to lead in a rapidly changing world. This means rethinking what a PhD in engineering can be. Our strategic plans calls for transforming graduate education, combining deep technical training with opportunities for translational and industrial research, entrepreneurship, and collaboration across disciplines. You will find yourself working with the School of Medicine, Wharton, or Design, or with industry partners right here in Philadelphia's thriving innovation ecosystem. We're also investing in signature research initiatives that address major global problems, such as climate resilience, sustainable systems, and human-centric AI. These are areas where Penn Engineering already has strong momentum, and we're building new centers and collaborations to take that work to the next level. Let me take a moment to speak directly to our international applicants. You are an essential part of our research community, and we very much welcome your applications. Dean Vijay Kumar, myself, and many of our faculty were once international students too. So we understand firsthand the hopes and challenges of starting and building a career in the US. I know there have been some anxiety recently about visas and H-1B opportunities, but the reality is encouraging. Our international PhD students continue to secure positions at leading universities and top companies across the country. The established pathways like OPT and H-1B sponsorship remain open and active. And our most recent incoming cohort saw many students obtain their visas successfully. In short, our international students are thriving, and we are proud to support them every step of the way. So as you consider your next step, I want you to picture what it would mean to do your PhD at a place that's growing, ambitious, and future-focused. At Penn Engineering, you'll be surrounded by people who are inventing the future of AI, reimagining how we teach and learn, and translating discoveries into impact, all within a university that values both ideas and real-world solutions. Thank you for considering Penn Engineering, and I hope you have a great day today with all our graduate group chairs, coordinators in your breakout sessions later on.
Thank you so much, Dean Liu. Moving forward, we want to talk about why the University of Pennsylvania, why Penn, what sets us apart and makes us unique. We're the first university in the new nation, so founded in 1740 with a plan for a charity school, but its actual establishment as a higher education institution was spearheaded by Benjamin Franklin in 1749. 3 years following, Penn Engineering was founded in 1852. We're a large institution with over 26,000 students, the majority of those students being graduate students. With almost 300 acres of land across the city, we have 12 graduate schools across the university. Penn Engineering has 15 master's programs and 6 Ph.D. programs, which we're going to talk more about today. We have 19 research centers and institutes focusing on areas like AI, engineering and healthcare, and robotics, just to name a few. Access to incredible resources such as libraries, centers for affinity groups, multiple fitness centers, career services support, and we're located in the exciting and innovative city of Philadelphia. So the city of brotherly love, as we are commonly called, we are known as the birthplace of the nation. Philadelphia is one of America's oldest cities and yet continues to lead with innovation and creativity. As the 6th largest city in the United States, it's rich with history, art, and culture, festivals, and world-class educational opportunity. There's truly something always to do. With an affordable cost of living compared to other East Coast cities, Philadelphia offers the perfect balance of big city energy and neighborhood charm. Located just 2 hours from New York City and Washington, D.C., it's easily accessible by train and public transportation. While many students choose to live on campus, Philadelphia boasts vibrant neighborhoods, full of character, great food, we are getting Michelin stars soon, and community spirit. The city is also home to Fairmount Park, the largest urban park system in the world. Yes, over Central Park, we have the largest urban park system in the world, which offers endless options for biking, hiking, walking, rowing, and exploring. Today, Philadelphia has evolved into a thriving hub for the life sciences, technology, advanced manufacturing, and research, making it an exciting place to study, live, and launch your career. One of our main focuses here at Penn Engineering is building a community. Penn Engineering is the largest graduate school in the university with about 4,400 enrolled students. But as a school, we try really hard to make sure you're connecting with others. We encourage students to connect in different avenues. The top groups are specific to engineering. Our doctoral students have an active Slack channel, which is like instant messaging for students to talk all things school, work, and life. Graduate advisors have open advising hours 4 days a week, both virtual and in person. And students can also schedule additional hours as needed. Because Penn is such a large institution, there are many other students groups that are wonderful experience outside of just engineering. We have just listed a few of the larger groups and resources. These are great because they allow you to meet graduate students outside of just your academic area and foster widespread relationships across campus. The graduate and Professional Student Assembly is a group that ensures the voices of graduate students are being heard. They plan events specific to graduate students, both professional and academic, as well as fun. The Graduate Student Center, the Grad Student Center, is a great resource because it's the only center on campus that is only for graduate students. They host events regularly, from de-stressing crafts to assistance with your writing dissertation. They have a lot of amazing resources, and best of all, they offer free coffee, which is essential and important for our graduate students. All right, let's get into the application requirements. The online application consists of the following materials as well as personal information about yourself. The biggest aspect, besides the application, is the resume. You don't want to get too fancy with your resume. Sometimes when you format certain ways, those edits do not always come across in our application system, and it can actually be harder for us to read. There are a lot of great samples on Microsoft Word or on the internet of what a basic resume should look like. Make sure the data matches what is in the application. We can't stress this enough, especially around your academic background and your professional experience. Next is your personal statement. Please make sure that you answer all of the prompts. We ask you these questions for a reason. Letters of recommendation. Begin having conversations with your potential recommenders early. We require one letter to be academic in nature and one professional. If you have been out of school for a number of years, you can substitute your academic for a professional one. Recommenders, make sure that your recommender agrees to write you a positive letter of recommendation. That's something else we can't stress. Make sure it's someone who agrees to write your letter in a positive manner. We see a lot of short, unenthusiastic letters of recommendations, and this could hurt your application. We do not require that your letters of recommendation be on professional letterhead, but when possible, it is the best practice. The application fee. We do not waive the $90 application fee for any reason, and this fee must be submitted in order to have your application reviewed for admission. The transcripts. You must submit all transcripts from any schools that you have attended. Again, you must submit all transcripts from any schools that you have attended. If, let's say, one summer you took 2 classes at a community college or 2 classes if you were a visiting scholar, you still need to submit those transcripts, even though, let's say, they were transferred into your main undergraduate transcript. English proficiency scores are required if you are a non-U.S. citizen whose first language is not English. We will go into more detail in just a few moments. The GRE score is not required for any programs. If you choose to submit your GRE scores, they must be official and sent directly from ETS. They will need to be from the past 5 years to be valid. Again, they will need to be from the past 5 years to be valid. The GRE can be a great option if you've been out of school for a long time and want to show your quantitative ability or to supplement lower grades. One thing that we offer is our checklist. Once you submit your application, you will have access to a checklist landing page. You can access this at any time to see the status of your application. From the checklist, you will be able to send reminders to your recommenders or change and update them as needed. We will send you emails notifying you that your application is incomplete, but please know that it is your responsibility to complete your application. Okay, transcripts. You must submit all unofficial transcripts from any schools that you have attended. So like I stated earlier, if you took 2 classes in the summer somewhere else, or you took some community college courses, you must submit all unofficial transcripts from any school that you have attended. Transcripts must include courses taken and grades earned. If your unofficial transcript is not in English, you must have your transcript evaluated or use a translation service. If you have studied outside the U.S., you will need to provide a grading key that outlines your school's grading scale. And again, official transcripts are required only if admitted. So all of your transcripts can be unofficial, but official transcripts are required if you are admitted. And if you are, you will be reminded of that. The English proficiency score and waivers. So applicants that are non-US citizens whose first language is not English must submit English proficiency scores. Scores must be official and sent directly from the test center. We do not prefer one test over the other, so we encourage students to take the test that is more efficient for you. We do accept various at-home scores. In regards to waivers, if you meet any of the criteria mentioned on this slide, this requirement will be waived. However, this waiver will happen after you submit your application and is done by a member of our staff. So this is not immediate, and we ask that you give the waiver up to 5 days to update on your checklist. And the biggest part, the deadline, December 15th, all PhD application materials need to be submitted. December 15th, all PhD application materials need to be submitted, and all decisions will be released by early April. And with that, I will hand it over to our colleagues in the Office of Academic Services.
Great, thanks, Jacqueline. Good afternoon. My name is Elise Edwards. I'm the director for graduate programs here in Penn Engineering. I work closely with Dean Liu and also with many of the graduate group chairs and the graduate administrators who are on the call today. So we work with PhD students and with master students. So hopefully we'll get to know you and see you. I'm just going to give you a really brief overview of what our office does. So Jacqueline referred to us in one of the earlier slides. We do general advising, so that means not programmatic advising, but we can help you with things like taking a leave. Transferring programs is really more for the master's level, so not so much at the PhD level, but taking a leave of absence, questions about your status. For international students, if you decide to do a CPT, which is curricular practical training, OPT, RCL, meaning you don't take a full course load. We are also a great office and resource to help connect you to other offices around campus. And we also help with and manage the graduation process and the ceremony. Course registration. So at the PhD level, this is going to happen in your departments. You will be working very closely with your graduate administrators and with your advisor, faculty member. The system that we use is called Path at Penn, and that's where you will register for your courses. Each program handles it a little bit differently. So getting to know your graduate administrator is key. For courses, and this is before you get to research your dissertation, research courses, or writing your dissertation when you're still doing coursework, really good to make sure you're checking on some of those. Sometimes there's wait lists and sometimes they fill up quicker. So keep an eye on that. And then there are some courses where you might need a permit to register and your department can help with that. List of program contacts and also our graduate handbook if you feel like doing any light reading. That's really for more when you get here, which goes over our policies and all kinds of things that we follow in Penn Engineering. And then also, I know some of these were touched on before. These are just some of the resources around campus that we refer students to and just good for our students to know about. The first one being that Graduate Student Center that Jacqueline talked about. It is the one place on campus that is only for graduate students from all around the university. It's a wonderful hub, great place to meet people, to relax, hang out, study. So it's really unique and special. Of course, we have great wellness resources, our student health and counseling. If you do decide to come, one thing you're going to be looking for is probably a place to live. So we have a robust office called Off-Campus Services, which can assist you with finding housing, looking for housing in the city and around what we call University City. And I also highlighted our Wine Garden Center, which is available for academic support. So just a small sampling. We have a lot more. I just wanted to kind of touch on that. Yeah, and I think that's it for me. So welcome, and we look forward to having you apply and hopefully seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, Elise. And next we'll move on to International Student and Scholar Services.
Jesus, mighty name we have given thanks. Father, with it.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy Spohr. I'm the Associate Director of ISSS here at Penn. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit to give you some background about our office. We're a relatively small staff, but we serve about almost 10,000 international students at Penn, and we help with immigration and integration to campus. And those are the two pillars kind of what we do. We help you with your initial application for an I-20 or a DS-2019 and for obtaining your visa in your home country to allow you to come to study at Penn. And then once you're here, we help a lot with your integration to campus and to Philadelphia and to the United States. So here's some of the more specific things that we do. Help you out with your visa and your travel requirements, and then possible employment in the US, whether that's on campus or using optional practical training or curricular practical training that students use to work off campus, and just generally maintaining your status, immigration status while you're here in the US. And we work closely with, I work closely with Elise Edwards, who just spoke to you, and with all the different staff at SEAS to make sure you are studying and following your immigration requirements. So one of the first things that we would do for you is if you're admitted by Penn Ph.D. Admissions, is that they will send some data to us, and then our database will send you an automatic email to invite you to apply for your I-20. And we use IPEN. That's our database that we use to process all of our international students. Yeah, we get the ISSS doesn't do anything with who is admitted. Okay, we hear that from SEAS because we're not the academic unit, but we're a kind of a student services unit. And SEAS will say, okay, we admitted this guy, and then you will get the automatic email from us to apply for your I-20 so that you can apply for your F1 visa to come. And as soon as you get connected to IPEN, almost all the processes that you will do will be done through our IPEN database. Your travel signatures, your arrival information, your visa information is all done through IPEN. So that's our database. You can take a look at our website and take a look at the various information about Penn Global and ISSS. That's kind of your one-stop shop for all things international at Penn. And we've also got a lot of social media in our newsletter. So once you are connected with us, you can reach out to us, and that's kind of our information there. All right, that's about it for me to give the introduction to ISSS. And good luck with your admissions process to SEAS.
Thank you so much, Jeremy.